Hello, hello. Welcome to basically day one of the semester. Yesterday kind of just pretest, syllabus, all that kind of stuff. So today we're going to get into actual real math stuff today, and we will be beginning, kind of picking up in the middle of chapter 3. So if you remember, we did 3.1 and 3.2 at the end of the first semester. So there's actually 3 sections left to do before we'll take a quiz and then eventually the chapter 3 test. What we're going to start getting into today is we're going to start doing division, not with just numbers. This warm up is for just to kind of remind you what long division is. We're going to do long division with polynomials in the notes today. So just as a reminder for the warm ups, what should you be doing? I would pause these and see if you can do this. Pretty much every warm up I give you is going to be something we either learned the previous day or, like in this case, it's a skill from a long time ago. Basically, see if you can do it and then unpause it and watch me work it out and see how you did. That would be the best way to do it. Also, you can always go back and look at these. Most of the questions I pick on here, again, not obviously this one because it's just like an old thing you've learned before. But when we start getting into actual content, this is going to be key idea problems. I'm putting all our main concepts on these. So these could serve as a great way to study for a quiz, study for a test, look at a problem that you're having trouble with, whatever. So real easy ways to pop back and take a look. All right, so long division, not a calculator. So we're going to do long division. We'll check it at the end with the calculator just to make sure. So long division is taught a few different ways. This is how I learned it. You may do it slightly different, which is fine. It won't matter for what we're going to do in class today. So I look at it and I say, all right, so 5 needs to get divided into this big number. So I first off just look at the first digit. 5 can't go into 1. It's too big. So then I uncover another digit, and I'm like, okay, 5 does go into 17. And 5 goes into 17 3 times. So I write a 3 up here, and then I do 3 times 5, which would be 15, and I subtract that from what's above. And I kind of just ignore these numbers. I'll bring them down when I get there. So 17 minus 15 is going to be 2, and then I just bring down my 2 and my 3. Okay, so then I repeat the same thing. 5 won't go into 2, it's too big, so I uncover another number. 5 will go into 22, specifically to go into it 4 times. So I write my 4. 4 times 5 is 20, and I'm going to subtract that now. And now, again, I'm doing this by place value, so I'm like dropping them down. So those are nothing. 2 minus 0 is still 2, and I bring my 3 down. And I kind of run into the same issue here, where 5 won't go into 2, but it will go into 23, 4 times at least. And then I'll take away the 20 again, leaving me with 3. And now I'm at the spot where I'm essentially done, because 5 doesn't go into 3. There's nothing else for me to drop down. So 3 is my remainder. So you might remember calling it that when you did this, back in 3rd, 4th grade, you learned this type of thing. Also, though, what this is left, if you have a 3 left over, it is still getting divided by the 5. So you can think of it as it's 3/5 left over. So 5 goes into this 344 times and 3/5 remaining. If you do the division, you'll see, I forget to turn this little guy on. So ideally, when we do 1723 divided by 5, we should get this number. Now it's going to probably put it as a decimal, so we're going to get 0.6 here. But we can definitely check this. You won't be able to check these when we do them with polynomials, at least not in your calculator. There's some ways I'll talk about checking them, but this is literally just for this, just to verify that I did this correctly and so on. But the main thing is that you understand the idea of you're trying to say how many times will this number go into, and you're trying like, well, no, okay, yeah, it does goes into 17, so on and so forth. So just to check it, there we go, 344.6 matches up with what we got there. So keep all this in mind when we move on to the notes today.